book is called Good Enough to Eat, a Kid's Guide to Food and Nutrition. That's an interesting word, right? Nutrition? But yeah, what do you think about that, huh?
I don't know what that means.
Well, we are going to learn, exactly. So this book is written by Lizzie Rockwell. She is the author, because the author does what?
Write the words.
Writes the words. The author writes words. But you want to know something else that's really cool about this book? Lizzie Rockwell, she's also the illustrator. So that means she also drew the pictures in the book too. So she not only wrote the book, but she drew the pictures. So she did both jobs.
That is cool.
That is cool. Yeah. So Good Enough to Eat, a Kid's Guide to Food and Nutrition by Lizzie Rockwell. So babies cry when they're hungry. Dogs, look at this dog over here, they howl and bark. When you feel hungry, your stomach grumbles, your legs feel weak, and you don't cry or howl, but sometimes you feel really cranky when you're hungry. It's important to at least eat 5 servings of fruits and vegetables each day. Today, what will you choose? So let's see. Here we have a few things. Eli, what is this fruit? What do you see?
A watermelon.
A watermelon. What shape is it?
An oval.
It's an oval.
It looks like it has a little tail.
It looks like, I think that's the stem of it. It's the stem of the watermelon.
It kind of looks like a tail.
It does kind of look like a tail. Okay, so that's the end of our book for today. We learned some really cool things about nutrition.
Now I can get on tape.
Almost, about nutrition, and we learned about the 5 different food groups. So our 5 food groups are fruits, vegetables, bread and grains, dairy, and protein. Awesome job, guys.
I love eating.
Remember earlier when we read our book, Good Enough to Eat, a Kid's Guide to Food and Nutrition? And we learned some things about different food groups and nutrients. Well, we are going to learn some new words. We're going to go back, but this time we're not going to read our book. We're going to go through, skip around, and we're going to look at some fun pages, and we're going to learn some new words, okay? Look at this picture. What's this baby doing? Crying. Why is the baby crying?
Because he wants some food.
He's hungry. Everyone said it. Bryson said because he's hungry. That is the baby food. And Sarah said, what did you say?
He wants food.
He wants some food. And remember when we read earlier that sometimes when you get hungry, like the baby, you may cry, or like older people, your stomach may grumble. So
how when dogs are hungry, they have to howl.
Dogs howl when they're hungry because they have to get our attention, so we know to feed them. So this baby is crying because he's hungry. Yeah. But look on this page. He's happy
because he has food.
He has food. Good job. So let's look at this picture. Remember, we have all the delicious different food on the table. Now that everyone's ready to eat. Berlin, come here.
But not the dog.
But not the dog. The dog's, I think the dog's sitting on the floor. Berlin, look at this picture right here. So these things that are sitting in the spaghetti bowl. Let's see. Berlin, do you know what this is called?
I can see.
I'll move it around so you can see.
Noodles.
Noodles. So there are noodles in the bowl. That's right. But look at this metal thing right here. What is that called? Sorry if I wasn't pointing to that. Do you know what that's called? Do you not know?
I do.
What do you think?
It's called a pincher.
A pincher. It does pinch food. And this is actually called tongs. So it picks up food. It helps us serve food.
It has some spiky thing.
It does.
It could
on your bottom. See that? So
it could pick up meatballs with its sharp point.
It can. So these are tongs. Everyone says say tongs.
Tongs.
Tongs with a T. Say tongs. Let me hear you say it. Tongs. These are tongs. And yeah, it sounds like tongs. Tongs. And we use tongs to pick up food and serve it to people. So let's look at these eggs. So what shape are those eggs, Sarah? They are an oval. So those are ovals. And remember, eggs, they give us what?
Protein.
Protein. High five, guys. Protein.
I
tell me something else on this page that gives us protein. So we're gonna raise your hand and then you can point. So Eli, what gives us protein?
Beans.
Beans give us protein.
Seeds.
That's right. So remember, beans and seeds give us protein. In order to make all of this food, what did she do? How did she make these pretzels?
Because how she made them, she like how she made them because how she made them that she tore some of it apart. Then I think she glued them on.
Not quite glued them. Did she bake them in the oven?
Yes.
She was baking, so she baked the pretzels in the oven so that they would come out. So we would say that this lady in the apron,
Really crunchy.
are really crunchy. You would say that she prepared food. She made food. Everyone say prepare.
Prepare.
Hi, boys and girls.
Hello.
So do you remember yesterday we were reading our book
About healthy food.
about healthy food, all about nutrition. So it was good enough to eat. Bryson, can you tell me what the family's doing right now? What are they doing?
Eating.
They're eating. They're eating lots of tasty meatballs. They're
Spaghetti.
spaghetti.
Salad.
Salad. What do you see them
Carrots.
eating? Carrots. What else do you see them eating, Sarah?
Bread.
Bread. So they're eating all types of food, and this food all looks really good, doesn't it? Looks
Yeah.
really tasty.
I almost told you all of the food that they're eating.
They're eating a lot of different food. So we said this food looks really good. What's
And carrots.
and carrots? Yeah. So they're eating tons of different food. They have
Baby
fruits, vegetables. They have
Baby-
pasta, bread, meat.
Baby carrots.
They got little carrots. So this food looks really good. So
And some sauce.
and some sauce. I think that's cheese, like Parmesan cheese to put on the pasta. But we have all this food. It looks really good. And what's a really fancy word that means tasty? Or another word that means yummy. Yummy is a good word. But what about delicious? This food looks delicious. Can hold on. Can you all say delicious? Delicious. Delicious is just another fancy word or a way we can say tasty. All right, so here we are. Remember yesterday we were talking about all the different types of nutrients?
I told you about that.
You told me about...
That way.
Yes, you told me about the weight. Good job. We're talking about the weight. In all of these nutrients, they weigh different things. And in order to find out...
the little ones. Those ones are the little ones.
Yeah.
So these still at the top.
They are. That's right. So let's listen. So we're talking about weight. Can you sit up for me so you can see?
Those cookie and cake one, they're at the same height because they're not very big.
They're not very big, but when we're talking about weight, you guys both said something really interesting. We're talking about weight and these things that tell us what something weighs. Remember what this is called? Berlin, do you know what this is called? What is this? It is a scale. Everyone say scale. It's a scale. A scale tells us how much something weighs. And like Eli said, when something is really heavy, the scale's pushed down. And then what Berlin said, if it's not very heavy at all, if it's very light, it's going to stay at the top. So that is a scale. Everyone say scale. Scale. What is this man doing?
He's running.
He is running. And what does he need to run?
He needs some milk.
He needs milk. Milk may provide him some nutrients. What does he need to run?
Water.
What do you think, Eli?
Juice.
Juice. Maybe he needs juice. But all of those things. So you said milk, water, juice, all of those things, if he eats them, they give him energy. So energy helps him move and run.
You can't eat.
Oh, I meant drink. I'm sorry. All of those things that he drinks would give him energy. Everyone say energy. Energy helps him move and run across the beach. We are going to revisit our book again, Good Enough to Eat, but this time I want you all to do the talking. So you guys get to pick out fun things that you see on the page, and I want you to tell me everything about them, okay? Does that sound good? And muffins. We have muffins here.
And mashed potatoes.
What can you tell me more about those muffins? What can you tell me about the muffins?
The muffins are sometimes sweet and sugary.
Mm-hmm.
And some muffins are good.
Some muffins are good. Are they healthy for you?
Yes.
They are. What do you see, Sarah? And then we're going to go to another page. What do you see? Tell me more about this page. Let's look at this page. What do you see on this page that is healthy for you?
Carrot.
Carrots. What about those carrots? Why are those carrots healthy for you?
Well, carrot juice.
Mm-hmm.
Because
It could be orange juice.
they make your bones strong and they make you can pick up big things. And mommy will be so proud of you.
Sarah said something that's really good. She said they make your bones strong and they help you pick up big things. And when food does that, when we're able to move about because we eat food, it's because food gives us what?
Energy.
Energy. Food gives us energy.
That's a new one. I see a boy eating a delicious watermelon.
You see a boy eating a delicious watermelon. What else? Who else? What else? What other kids are doing stuff? What do you see?
Drinking. It might be close because the beach is always hot.
The beach is always hot.
And the watermelon is close, so it might cool down the boy.
So the delicious watermelon may cool him off because it's giving him water. What other things do you see?
A net.
A net. Tell me more about that net.
The net could catch a lot of fish and a baby shark.
It could catch a lot of fish and baby shark in the water. They all are in costume.
But she's not.
She's not in a costume. But what kind of costumes are they in?
Pirate, owl, and night, and clown.
And a clown. What else about these costumes?
But she was like, pirate, owl, night, crazy guy.
So we have 4 different costumes. Which one do you want to talk about?
We'll do the owl.
Let's talk about the owl. Okay.
And next the night.
So let's look at this girl. She's in a costume. What can you tell me about this girl in the owl costume?
Oh, she can say ooh ooh.
Owls do hoot. They say hoot hoot. What else do we know about owls?
Owls can fly and they can peck your head.
They could, but you know.
And they can nod their head like an owl.
What about their eyes? Their
They can only go like.
Are they small or big?
Big. Small. And they also can nod their head. They nod their head like this. And they also have spy vision because when they use their eyes, they can see perfectly.
I like that with their eyes.
And they can also nod their head.
They can. And look, let's listen to see what this girl says. It says, with the help of vitamins, I can see well even in the dark, like this owl. So that's why she's dressed like an owl, because she's eating a lot of food with vitamins that help her see.
What does that pirate say?
All right, let's tell me about this pirate. What do you see?
The pirate, he has a scratch.
He has a scratch. Do you know what the scratch is called?
A birthmark.
It could be a birthmark. A scar.
My brother has a scar. And he also has something on his eyes. Because they have
He's from the Lion King.
He has a patch.
He has an eye patch over his eye. So he has a scar, an eye patch over his eye.
And he has a pirate hat and a patch eye and a pirate shoes and boots. And it's a pirate short, and that's how he and a pirate shirt, and that's how he's a pirate. What does he say?
He says vitamin C helps my skin to heal. So if we eat vitamin C, it'll help heal.
And he also says R.
He does say R. So look, he has a scar, but our vitamins help heal his scar and his eye patch. Yeah.
And what does the night say?
Well, let's talk about the night. What do we see? Tell me about the night, Bryson.
The night that the
Bryson, tell me about the night. What do you see? What do you see? Or you can tell me about anything on the page. What do you
He has a cloudy.
He does. What do you see?
A cloudy banana.
Let's let Bryson say something so he can have a chance to talk. What do you see, Bryson?
I see a little boy wearing
You see a little boy wearing what?
a nightstand.
You see a little boy dressed as a knight. That's what Bryson said.
She has a sword. She has a sword and a shield because if someone tries to shoot her, she'll use her shield to make it go at him.
So she has a shield and a knight and a knife. Sorry, guys.
Oh, it's a sword.
Oh, a sword. Sorry.
And a feather.
A feather. What is that on her head? What is this thing called?
Oh, it's a night hat.
A night hat or a helmet. That is a helmet. Everyone say helmet.
Helmet.
Helmet. Bryson, what do you see?
And the boy is comparing juice. And then if they're thirsty, they won't have to get juice from the store or a restaurant.
So you said he's preparing juice?
Yeah.
So that everyone can have juice and not be thirsty?
Yeah.
Let's look at all the different fruits and vegetables. And
I see broccoli.
Broccoli. Is that, so tell me some of the vegetables or fruits that you would buy if you were at the store.
I will buy
Let's hear this.
carrots.
You would buy carrots.
I'll buy the big carrots.
Which one are the big carrots? Where are the big carrots? Right there, you'd buy the big carrots. What would you purchase if you were at the store, Eli?
I would buy garlic, eggplants, strawberries, pears, bananas, and watermelon.
So you'd buy a bunch.
And I might buy broccoli and oranges.
In oranges, what would you
And watermelon.
in watermelon? Those all sound good.
Oranges, grapes, and beets.
What would you buy, Sarah, if you were at the store?
I will buy blueberries.
Blueberries, and are blueberries?
And I will buy an apple too.
You guys are all buying different kinds of fruits and vegetables.
Um,
Can you tell me, Eli?
I would buy bananas.
You would buy bananas. Eli, can you tell me what is your favorite fruit or vegetable?
My favorite fruit is
What? Anything? What's your favorite? Your very favorite?
my favorite vegetable is bananas. It's going to be tomatoes.
Tomatoes. What's your favorite vegetable, Bryson?
Tomatoes are a fruit. They're a vegetable. Grapes.
Are grapes vegetables? Or are they...
They're sweet.
They are sweet. Grapes are fruits.
I had grapes the last time.
So yeah, so grapes are fruit. Say what are grapes? They are fruits, everyone. They are fruits. We are back on this page
With everyone.
That's right, with everyone, and everyone's doing something different. So we said that this girl and this boy, they were doing.
It was like us comparing stuff because we were comparing water for ourselves.
Were you comparing or preparing? Preparing.
When we were in the 3s and 4s with Patricia, we in the snack time, we prepared our water all by ourselves.
So during snack time, you prepared your water all by yourself? That is really good.
Me too.
So who can show me who is preparing something in this picture?
Me.
Sarah, show me, point and show who's preparing something in this picture. Bryson, this girl, tell me what this girl is preparing.
She's doing the cups. She's making the cups for everyone. she squeezed some lemon juice into the drink so it can be lemonade.
So she is preparing.
No,
she's preparing glasses for drinks for everyone.
No,
Berlin.
She's putting lemons on the side.
Yeah, she's putting lemons on the side and she's preparing drinks for everyone. Eli, who else is preparing something in this picture?
He is preparing juice and she's preparing celery and he's preparing peppers.
So he is preparing juice by stirring it. She's preparing celery by cutting, and he is preparing peppers by laying them out on this platter.
And that's pretzel.
What is she doing with those pretzels?
Pretzels. Putting them in the oven.
She's preparing pretzels by taking them out of the oven. What is something that you've helped prepare in the kitchen before, Berlin? Celery. How did you prepare the celery?
By cutting it.
You cut the celery into smaller slices? And what is something that you help prepare in the kitchen, Sarah?
Carrots.
Carrots. How did you prepare those carrots?
I prepared them. I cut them and then I poured them on my plate. I put sauce and then I eat them all up.
She did everything. Did you hear that? So she cut them into smaller pieces. She placed them on her plate, and then she had sauce, and she ate them with that sauce. All right, boys and girls, good job with our book this week of Good Enough to Eat. We all talked about nutrition, food groups, healthy eating.